today on the list of things to do, not really a whole lot. I'm still running a stock pitch, which is kind of ridiculous because this car makes, I don't know, somewhere in the 600 horse range. I'm putting a new ECU in it soon, and it's gonna get a new dyno tune and all that crap and everything. But yeah, so that crappy one is getting replaced with this honking bad boy, Torque Solutions. And I'm sure you've noticed, I have a lot more crap I have to take out of the way with this thing. So we gotta take out all the charge piping. I've already taken this clamp off. I've already taken this clamp. You guys can see that thing way in there. Now, kind of. So right there. And right now, I'm working on getting the water meth line out. That is really in a crappy spot, and it's really kind of a pain to get out, but I gotta take all this off just so I can access that bolt way back there. I already got that one out. This one came out no problem, so let's keep going on this and see how we do. What a pain in the ass it is to get to. You know, when I originally put this line in, I didn't really think about the fact when I was putting it underneath here about changing this whole pitch stop mount thing, because I figured I'd probably never undo it again, or at least not for a while. And I put it underneath there so it was nice and tucked away and looked clean. I didn't think about the fact how crappy it would be to get back into here, try and get it off. So that's free. Just stick that right in there in one of the catch can holders and work on getting the rest of this charge pipe out. When I remade this, I thought I made this a little bit easier to get out of here, but there we go. There. Charge pipe out. Good to go. I don't know how loud that's gonna be on the video, but it's not exactly warm out today. Yesterday it was 50. I think it's like 25 today. So I don't feel like working in the cold because I'm old. My hands get cold. They just stop working. Because I'm old. It's bullshit. You young guys, you got a lot to look forward to when you're in your mid-30s. It's poop. Oh, perfect. That came off nice. One. If you're wondering why there's two bolts on there, I mean, two nuts on there, I've had this car for 15 years, and the nut that was welded to that broke, and I put another nut on it just to keep it tight. So I did some janky shit with this car when I was a lot younger, not happy with. I've slowly gone over and fixed everything. Still like a couple simple things there that I really need to probably fix. Nothing major, but just things that annoy the crap out of me now. Oh, thing goes forever. Woo! And that boy's out. It should just come out now. Mint. You know, it's really not in bad shape. Pretty good for being 15 years old. Bushings still look pretty good. Well, not that one. That one looks like it's seen better days. And that side. Yeah. Alright, so maybe it is time to definitely replace this. The size difference in these is pretty wild, thickness-wise. I mean, pretty major difference compared to the stock one. Stock one's pretty flimsy. Obviously not that flimsy since it's held up for 15 years, but this one will make a nice difference. It is used. I got it from a friend of mine, and I don't mind used parts as long as they're in good shape. And this is in pretty good shape. The only thing I see here is this, which I'll replace down the line, but right now this, compared to that, is definitely still going to be an upgrade. So definitely need to do a little bit of cleaning on it, but not a big deal. It's dirty, matches the rest of the dirtiness. Because as I've said a million times, this is a race car. not a show car. Get this thing back in there. No problem with that. Just like butter. Like butter, I'm on a roll, baby. Oh, look at that. That worked out perfect. I'm not gonna tighten this up all the way. Just hand tight. For now, I still got a little bit of movement to install the bolt down here. Sweet. It's through. I know the view really isn't the best, guys, but my engine bay is kind of cramped. All right, she's in, all locked down, good to go. And now I can finish putting the rest of this thing back together. Biggest reason that you would really do this upgrade is, I mean, if you're really at stock power, it's not that big of a deal. If you're at, you know, I mean, technically this is a WRX still. I mean, it's been an STI swap, but I still run a 2-liter, I still run a 207, so it's pushing over 2 times the power that comes stock. I mean, this makes around 600 horse. I mean, that's a lot of forward and backwards movement of the engine, and that really reefs on that pitch mount stop a lot. So it really helps with that. Power delivery to the car feels a little bit more planted, a little bit more solid. I mean, this already has group N motor mounts, and this has a group N trans mount, so it's already pretty stiff and rigid to the frame as is. So this might help with clutch feel a little bit. My clutch pretty much has no window. It's literally either on or off. So I'm hoping that'll help it a little bit as well. So now we're gonna get the rest of this thing back together. All right, charge pipes back in. Pull off and I'll hook back up. Gotta have all those noises, you know. Yeah, and before anybody says, yes, this is tuned on speed density. So running a full, I have a full vent atmosphere pull off valve. Doesn't hurt anything. You really should run speed density if you're gonna do that. Other than that, you really only want to go with something max of like a 50-50 or a full restart. If you're still on the stock ECU, if you run a blow-off valve on, still running a MAP sensor in the stock ECU, cause the car to run rich between shifts and kind of boggy, which can happen. You run rich just for a second in between shifts. That's why you get like pops and bangs a little bit sometimes when you run a full atmospheric blow-off valve, because when the recirc valve releases, all that air recirculates back to the stock intake, and the ECU injects a little bit of fuel to mix with it, and obviously if you're venting that to atmosphere, you're not getting that air going back into the intake, so the computer still injects that little bit of fuel, causes it to run rich for a second and do a pew flame, little pop out the back. People like it. Over time, it's not really that great for it, so you really should wait. You really should go to speed density if you want to run a full atmospheric blow-off valve. That's just my take on it. You can do what you want. Your car, not mine. I'm just telling you. Get the other catch can. Get that back in. All right, she is all back together. I'll take it for a test drive later. I don't feel like going out for a drive today because it's a little freaking cold. While I have you guys here, I have an update on my XT350. Yeah, she is just sitting there, sadly. I haven't loaded the videos yet. I am working on those. I will be working on those next after I upload this one. But to continue on that bike, I have a video of me tearing it down, replacing the valve seals, putting it back together, hoping that was going to be the issue. But unfortunately, it still smokes. It drives a lot better and doesn't smoke as much or burn as much oil, but there's definitely still something going on with it. And my next bet. It's probably the rings. The piston did look pretty good when I had it off of there, when I had the head off. It was dirty, but it was still really good compression, but that's the only other thing I can think of, because the seals are great. It's not leaking down through the valves anymore. I took everything back off and checked it, so it's just weird because it still has good compression. So either I got a cracked ringlet in there, or the oil control rings are just toast, which I really think that's what it is. So I will have a part 2 of that video soon, probably once it gets a little bit warmer. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for the warm weather. So as always, thank you to everybody that watches these videos. If you like seeing more stuff with the Rice car, let me know in the comments. I'll put out more stuff involving my car like this. I kind of do a little of everything, stuff with the pit bike, jet ski, car, and then just general fun, like the last video I put out of our ice fishing trip. That one was a lot of fun. Took a long time to make though. It took 24 hours. Doesn't have that many views, but it was still fun to make. So to my whopping 154 subscribers, I love you guys. Please like, comment, share, whatever, help this page grow. Thank you.